Hello everyone, Grand Captain Speedy Dash here. This will be my take on the what if Raditz was sent to Earth along with Kakarot. For this what if, Raditz will be passed up by Vegeta's team, thus he will be on planet Vegeta when Bardock plans to save his sons. How will Raditz affect the story of Dragon Ball? Find out now. Arriving home, Bardock is greeted by Gine and Raditz before checking on Kakarot. Bardock tells Gine that he's gonna send Kakarot off-world because he believes Frieza is about to destroy planet Vegeta. Gine is shocked at the idea and thinks Bardock is losing his mind, but Bardock is able to convince her. Bardock, Gine, and Raditz head off with Kakarot in a space pod. Raditz is tired and confused what's going on and why he had to wake up for this. Bardock tells Raditz that he wants Raditz to protect Kakarot on Earth before punching Raditz, knocking him out. After setting Raditz in the space pod, Bardock and Gine say their goodbyes to their kids before the ship flies off. Finally, Raditz and Kakarot land on Earth, with Raditz shortly leaving the space pod. Raditz immediately feels his stomach growling, with Kakarot shortly waking up and starting to cry. Before Raditz is able to quiet Kakarot down, a strange old man approaches the two, with Raditz threatening him. The stranger puts down a basket and walks away. Raditz is skeptical and turns his attention back to Kakarot, only to find Kakarot eating from the basket. Feeling so hungry, Raditz joins with Kakarot in eating everything. Now full and sleepy, Kakarot goes back into the space pod and goes to sleep. Raditz closes the pod and begins looking for shelter for him and Kakarot. Raditz finds a nearby cave and comes back to move the pod. After a week, the stranger reappears at the opening of the cave with an even bigger basket. He sets down the basket before heading off again. Raditz is confused at what the stranger's plan is, but takes the food back to Kakarot. Some days later, Raditz is coming back from a successful hunt, but is shocked to not see Kakarot in the cave. Raditz gets worried that the old man is responsible and starts searching. It takes some time for Raditz to find Kakarot, however it's too late as Kakarot falls off a cliff with Raditz rushing forward trying to catch Kakarot, but doesn't make it in time. The stranger arrives, hearing Raditz's scream, and states he can help, but they need to get to his house. Raditz is so distraught that he carries Kakarot to the stranger's house. Raditz is worried and completely horrified at his failure, while the stranger is doing everything he can to save Kakarot's life. The stranger comes out and states he did all he can, and all they can do now is wait, before introducing himself as Gohan. Raditz is so angry at himself for letting this happen. Gohan pushes back, stating that he should have tried harder to watch them. Raditz asks why did Gohan care so much, with Gohan stating that it's because they are just kids. Time passes until Kakarot finally wakes up. Raditz and Gohan are overjoyed, but it seems that Kakarot has lost all his memories and is now more of a quiet, obedient kid. Gohan started using a nickname for Kakarot of Goku, which Raditz is annoyed at, but Kakarot seems to like. After some time, Grandpa Gohan begins training Kakarot and Raditz in martial arts. Raditz might be stronger than Gohan, but Gohan's experience gives him an edge over the Saiyans. Soon, Kakarot adopts the name Goku, despite Raditz's protest, and even stops wearing the Saiyan armor. Raditz is frustrated at Kakarot turning native. Time passes until a girl arrives at Grandpa Gohan's house. Goku is surprised to see a girl, as it's the first time he remembers seeing a girl. Bulma explains that she's looking for things called Dragon Balls, showing them the 2 Dragon Balls that she has. Gohan thinks the adventure sounds too dangerous for a young lady all alone, and states he'll only give her the ball if Goku joins her on her adventure, because it would be beneficial for both of them. Raditz states if Kakarot is going that he's going as well. Bulma questions how it would be beneficial for her until Raditz blows up a nearby tree, which gets Bulma to agree to the terms. Goku and Raditz do some preparations before they are ready to leave with Bulma. Gohan waves them off as Bulma, Goku, and Raditz head off. Time passes until Bulma decides to call it a night, pulling out a capsule house. Bulma demands that they take a bath, with Raditz taking care of it. After the bath, Raditz is happy to have a real meal, while Goku doesn't like it, and states he'll go find his own meal. Bulma decides to ask what's up with the tails they both have, with Raditz revealing that they are both aliens. This shocks Bulma with her jumping to conclusions, but Raditz is able to relieve her worries. Raditz also mentions that his little brother Kakarot seems to like the name Goku over his birth name. Goku gets back having caught dinner, asking Bulma and Raditz if they want some. Bulma is horrified and refuses, but Raditz accepts the offer. In the morning, while Raditz and Bulma are still sleeping, Goku tries to sleep in Bulma's lap like he does with Gohan, and is surprised and yells that she lost her balls. Bulma and Raditz misunderstand what Goku said and are relieved when they find Bulma's Dragon Balls. Raditz and Goku begin their morning training until they bump into a turtle. Bulma is surprised that they found a sea turtle, with him asking for help to get home. Goku states he'll help, with Raditz joining him, then Bulma shortly follows after them. On the way, they are confronted by a giant bandit that wants to eat Turtle. Raditz knocks the bandit out in an instant before they continue on their way. They finally reach the beach, with Turtle asking them to wait for him to return with a reward. After a while, Turtle returns with the Turtle Hermit. The Hermit gives Goku and Raditz the flying Nimbus, with Goku being able to ride it, but Raditz falls through it, frustrating him. Goku begins flying around, with Raditz deciding to race Nimbus, with Raditz being just a bit faster. Bulma asks for a reward as well, but the Hermit isn't as quick to give her a reward. The Hermit requests a look at Bulma's panties, with her reluctantly doing so, which gets her the Dragon Ball. Bulma shows Raditz and Goku that she got another Dragon Ball before they all head back to the capsule house. After arriving back at the capsule house, Bulma realizes she didn't have her panties on, attacking Goku after learning he's responsible. Raditz is disappointed in Goku, while Goku is just confused about what he did wrong. Bulma tries to ride Nimbus, but she falls through Nimbus as well. Days pass until they finally approach the next Dragon Ball at Eru Village. It appears to be a ghost town, with Goku breaking a door to look inside a house. A villager attempts to attack Goku with an axe, but Raditz snatches the axe. The villager begins apologizing, especially after realizing they aren't Oolong. Realizing it's not Oolong, the villagers greet them. Bulma asks about Oolong before asking about if they have any Dragon Balls, showing one off. A elderly woman states she does, with Bulma making a deal to take care of Oolong for the Dragon Ball. Oolong shortly arrives, with Bulma's plan quickly falling apart. Goku is ready to fight, but Oolong suddenly runs away, with Oolong returning to normal outside of Goku's view. Oolong lies to Goku, but Raditz lands, revealing that the pig is Oolong. Raditz drags Oolong back to the village and forces him to apologize. Bulma demands that Oolong take them to the girls, with Goku threatening to squash Oolong if he tries to run away. Once they resolve everything, Bulma, Goku, Raditz, and Oolong head off. On the ride upriver, Oolong tries to escape, but Bulma tricks Oolong. After reaching the shore, Bulma goes to pull out her capsules, but realizes she can't find them. Raditz and Goku tried their hardest to find them, but ultimately fail, with them heading into the Diablo Desert capsuleless. While traveling in the desert, Goku begins complaining that he's hungry, with Raditz feeling the same. Bulma shortly passes out from exhaustion, with Yamcha arriving moments later. Yamcha demands their money and capsules, with Oolong about to give in, but Goku sticks out his tongue at Yamcha. Goku starts fighting Yamcha, and even though he's weakened by hunger, Goku completely overpowers Yamcha. Yamcha unleashes his best move, the Wolf Fang Fist, and does some damage, but Goku is still in full control of the fight. The fight, however, comes to a full stop when Bulma wakes up and Yamcha runs away from her. Thanks to Oolong's house wagon capsule, they quickly get through the rest of the Diablo Desert without any more incidents, reaching Fry Pan Mountain. Raditz and Goku both try to get into the castle, but fail because it's too hot. This is where I'll end the part for now. How will Raditz's presence affect the rest of the hunt for the Dragon Balls? Find out next time on What If Raditz Was Sent to Earth. If you enjoyed my content, like the video and subscribe to my channel, and maybe check out my Patreon for early access to my latest videos. You can also check out my Steam group and Discord to join the community I'm building. As always, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are.